While organizing his grandfather's old files one evening, Do-One found something strange. Behind a loose panel in the workshop wall was a hidden data chip. When he played it, a hologram of his grandfather appeared. "My dear Do-One," the hologram said, "if you're seeing this, you've already learned about our family's secret trade. But there's something bigger you need to know." Hajin and Jisoo gathered around as the hologram continued. Do-One's grandfather explained that Earth wasn't naturally primitive. Someone had made it that way on purpose. "When I first started trading," the hologram said, "I discovered old documents. They showed that 300 years ago, powerful trading companies worked together to isolate Earth. They were afraid of human potential." The hologram showed ancient star maps and secret agreements. These companies had created laws to keep Earth away from galactic trade. They knew humans had special abilities that could make them strong competitors. "That's why they call us primitive," Jisoo said, understanding now. "They're not just being mean. They're following a plan made long ago." Crix appeared in the workshop while they were watching. He looked troubled. "Your grandfather told me some of this before he died," he said. "That's why I helped him build the trading network, to fight against this unfair system." "But why are humans special?" Hei-jin asked. "What made those companies so afraid?" The hologram answered that question too. Do-One's grandfather had done secret tests. He found that humans could solve problems in ways other species couldn't. They were better at handling dangerous materials, and their minds worked differently. "Look at what you three have done," Crix said. "You made new alloys no one else thought of. You built an engine that changes everything. This is exactly what those old companies feared." Just then, Jisoo's computer started beeping. She had been running tests on human DNA, comparing it to alien species. "This is amazing," she said. "Humans aren't just good with radiation. We adapt faster than any other species. We can learn and change quickly." "That's why they kept us isolated," Do-One realized. "They were afraid we would grow too strong too fast." Hajin walked to their new engine. "They were right to be afraid," he said. "Look what we did in just a few months. Imagine what humans could have done in 300 years of galactic trade." The hologram had one last message. "My grandson," it said, "I've collected proof of everything. Evidence that they deliberately held Earth back. It's hidden in places across the galaxy, protected by traders who believe in fairness. Find it. Show everyone the truth." The hologram gave them a list of secret locations, places where Do-One's grandfather had hidden copies of the evidence. But as they read the list, their security system warned them of danger. "Galactic Orc ships are entering Earth's orbit," Crix said, checking the alerts. "Many ships. They must know we've discovered the truth. They want to stop us from showing the evidence," Hojin said. But Do-One smiled. "They're too late," he said. "We're not alone anymore. We have the Alliance." Jisoo was already sending messages to their alien friends. "Mira and Bren can help us collect the evidence," she said. "Their ships are faster than Galactic Orcs." "And I'll call the Galactic Trade Council," Crix added. "They need to know about this conspiracy." Do-One looked at his grandfather's hologram one last time before it faded away. The old man had done so much to protect Earth's future. Now it was their turn to finish what he started. "We'll need to move fast," he told his friends. "Are you ready?" Hajin and Jisoo nodded. They had come too far to stop now. Together with their alien allies, they would show the galaxy the truth. Earth wouldn't be called primitive anymore. The time had come for humans to take their rightful. The first attack came at midnight. Do-One was checking the lead processing machines when all the lights went out. Then he heard explosions from the storage area. He ran there and found 3 of their lid containers on fire. "Hajin, Jisoo," he shouted, grabbing the emergency fire extinguisher. His friends rushed in to help, and together they put out the flames. "This wasn't an accident," Hei-jin said, examining the burned containers. "Look at these burn marks. Someone used alien weapons." Jaisu checked their security cameras, but found nothing. They disabled our cameras first, she said. They knew exactly what they were doing. The next morning, they got more bad news. Their lead suppliers called one after another, canceling orders. Someone had scared them away. Then Crix appeared with an urgent message. Galacticorp is behind this, the alien trader said. They've hired mercenaries to destroy your operation. But that's not the worst part. He showed them a message on his device. Galacticorp was telling everyone that Earth's lead business was falling apart. They wanted the galaxy to think humans couldn't handle their own trade. We need to move our supplies somewhere safe, Do-1 said. But before they could make plans, another alarm went off. Someone's at the store entrance, Jisoo said, checking the security screen. 3 tall figures in black suits were trying to break in. They carried strange-looking weapons. Corporate mercenaries, Crix said. They're here for your new alloy designs. Hejin quickly grabbed their research data and most important samples. They had prepared for this, hiding emergency exits in the workshop. But as they headed for the secret door, one of the mercenaries broke through upstairs. Jisoo, take the research and go, Do-1 said. We'll hold them off. But she started to protest. You know the science better than any of us, Hejin added. The research has to be protected. Jisoo nodded and ran through the emergency exit. Just in time, the mercenaries were coming down the stairs. Do-1 and Hejin faced them, with Crix standing beside them. The mercenaries raised their weapons. Hand over all research materials, one mercenary said in a robotic voice. Sorry, Hejin replied. We don't have any research here. This is just a simple electronics store. The mercenary fired his weapon. A blue energy blast hit the wall near them. Next shot won't miss, he warned. But he didn't get another chance. Suddenly, the workshop filled with bright light. Through another emergency door came Mira, Bren, and other alien traders from their alliance. They had weapons too, and they outnumbered the mercenaries. Leave Earth's traders alone, Mira said firmly, or deal with all of us. The mercenaries looked at each other, then backed away slowly. They hadn't expected such strong resistance. After they left, Do-1 contacted Jisoo through their secure communicator. She was safe at their backup location, with all the research protected. This isn't over, Crix warned. Galacticorp will try something bigger next time. They want to crash Earth's entire lead market. Then we need to work faster, Hejin said. He revealed something he'd been keeping secret, plans for a new kind of spaceship engine that would work better than anything in the galaxy. I've been developing this with Jisoo's help, he explained. It uses our special alloy in a whole new way. If we can finish it before Galacticorp strikes again, it could change everything. Do-1 finished. He looked at their alien friends. Will you help us? Mira stepped forward. Of course. The Alliance stands together, and we'll provide protection while you work, Bren added. Do-1 smiled. The workshop was a mess, and they'd almost lost everything. But they were still fighting. His grandfather had taught him that sometimes you had to face big challenges to achieve something important. Let's get to work then, he said. We have a market to save. 2 weeks after the mercenary attack, Hejin and Jisoo worked day and night in their new secret workshop. The place was well hidden, protected by their alien allies' best security systems. Do-1 watched his friends as they finished their biggest project yet. It's ready, Hejin said, stepping back from the engine they had built. It was smaller than normal spaceship engines, but glowed with a soft blue light. This is what we've been working toward all along. Jisoo checked the final calculations on her computer. The test results are perfect, she said. Our new alloy makes this engine 10 times more powerful than anything Galacticorp has, and it's completely safe. Crix and other Alliance members gathered around the engine. They had never seen anything like it before. How does it work? Mira asked, her silver scales reflecting the engine's blue glow. Jisoo explained in simple terms, "We changed how the metal atoms are arranged. This lets the engine use energy better. It needs less fuel, makes less radiation, and goes faster than old engines. And the best part," Heijin added, "is that we can only make it with Earth's special lead alloy. No one else can copy it." Do-won smiled. This was more than just an engine. It was proof that humans could create new technology that even advanced aliens hadn't thought of. "We need to protect this invention," Bren said. "Galacticorp will do anything to steal it." "Already taken care of," Do-won replied. He showed them a document on his tablet. "I just filed patents with the Galactic Trade Council, used every legal trick my grandfather wrote about in his journal." Just then, their communication screen lit up. A serious-looking alien in formal clothes appeared. "Greetings, Earth traders," he said. "I am Chief Inspector Wren of the Galactic Patent Office." Everyone held their breath. This was the moment that would decide everything. "We have reviewed your engine patent application," the inspector continued. "The design is remarkable, unlike anything in our records. The council has approved your patent." The room burst into happy cheers. But the inspector wasn't finished. "Furthermore," he said, "this invention has forced us to reconsider Earth's status. No primitive planet could create such advanced technology. We are upgrading Earth's trading classification effective immediately." After the inspector ended the call, Do-won hugged his friends. "We did it," he said. "Earth is officially recognized now." "And just in time," Crix added. He showed them reports on his device. "Galacticorp's stock is falling. News of your engine is spreading through the galaxy. Everyone wants to trade with Earth now." More good news came in throughout the day. Their old lid suppliers called back, wanting to work with them again. Other alien trading companies asked to join their alliance. Scientists from different planets requested permission to study Earth's technology. "Your grandfather knew this would happen," Crix said to Do-won quietly. "He believed humans just needed a chance to show what they could do." Heijin was already working on new ideas. "If we combine our engine design with Mira's ship technology," he said excitedly, "we could make space travel available to everyone, not just rich traders." "And I've been studying how different species handle radiation," Jisoo added. "We could help develop better protection for all galactic citizens." Do-won looked around at his friends, both human and alien. What had started as a simple lid trading business had grown into something amazing. They weren't just selling metal anymore. They were helping to make the galaxy a better place. "So what's next?" Bren asked. "Next," Do-won said, "we start building these engines. We show the galaxy that Earth is ready to be a full partner in galactic trade. And we make my grandfather's dream come true. Humans and aliens working together as equals." As they began planning their next steps, the new engine hummed softly in the background. Its blue light seemed to promise a brighter future for everyone, human. Do-won checked his grandfather's journal one more time. The meeting spot was an empty warehouse at the edge of Seoul. He parked his truck filled with lead bars and waited in the dark. His hands were shaking slightly as he watched the time. 11:55 p.m. The journal said Trader Crix always came exactly at midnight. Do-won had spent 3 days preparing for this meeting, carefully following his grandfather's instructions. He had loaded the exact amount of lid bars that the trader usually bought each month. At exactly midnight, a soft blue light filled the warehouse. Do-won's eyes widened as a figure appeared in the light. It was tall and thin, with gray-blue skin and large, dark eyes. The alien wore what looked like a business suit, but made of a shimmering material Do-won had never seen before. "You must be Kim Do-won," the alien said in perfect Korean. "I am Crix. Your grandfather was a good friend and an excellent trader." The alien's voice was gentle and clear. Do-won stood up straight and bowed slightly, just as his grandfather's notes had advised. "Yes, I am Do-won. Thank you for meeting with me. Crix walked over to the truck and examined the lead bars. Perfect quality, just like your grandfather always provided. But tell me, Yum Do-One, do you understand why this metal is so important to us? My grandfather's notes mentioned something about spaceship shields, but they didn't explain much, Do-One admitted. Crix nodded and pulled out a small device. With a touch, it projected a hologram of a spaceship. Lead is crucial for our faster-than-light dry shields. Without it, space radiation would kill any crew in seconds. But lead is extremely rare in the galaxy. Only a few planets have it, and Earth has more than all of them combined. As Crix spoke, Do-One's phone buzzed. It was a message from his old friend, Heijin Park. Got your message. A secret alien metal trading business. Are you crazy? I'm coming over right now. Do-One looked up at Crix nervously. I hope you don't mind, but I've asked someone to join us. He's a metallurgist, the best I know. If we're going to continue this business, I think we need his help. The alien's large eyes blinked slowly. Your grandfather mentioned you were clever. Yes, bringing in an expert is wise. Earth's status as a primitive planet has kept it isolated from galactic trade. But with proper scientific understanding, we could expand this business. 20 minutes later, Heijin's car pulled up outside. Do-One heard his friend's footsteps stop suddenly at the warehouse entrance. Do-One, is that really? Hello, Heijin Park, Crix said politely. Please, come join us. We were just discussing the properties of lead in faster-than-light travel. Heijin walked forward slowly, his eyes fixed on Crix. Then he noticed the hologram of the spaceship, and his expression changed from shock to intense interest. Those shield designs, they're using the lead as a radiation buffer. But with Earth's metallurgy techniques, we could improve that design significantly. For the next hour, Heijin and Crix discussed technical details, while Do-One listened carefully. His friend quickly drew diagrams, suggesting modifications to the alien shield designs. Crix seemed impressed. Your ideas have merit, the alien said finally. Perhaps we could arrange for some of our technical data to be shared. If you could improve our shield designs, we could make the lead work better for you. Heijin finished excitedly. Do-One, this is incredible. The applications, the possibilities. Crix raised a hand. But remember, this must remain secret for now. Earth is not officially part of galactic trade. If certain corporations discovered this operation, they'd try to take control of Earth's lead supplies. Do-One guessed. Exactly. Crix began transferring payment for the lead bars. I look forward to working with both of you. Your grandfather would be proud. Do-One. He always said humans had potential that the galaxy didn't recognize. As Crix disappeared in another flash of blue light, Do-One and Heijin looked at each other. Their normal lives were over. They were now part of something much bigger than themselves. So, Heijin said with a grin, when do we start improving those shield designs? Do-One smiled back. First thing tomorrow. Welcome to the family business. 1 month had passed since Do-One and Heijin began working with Crix. Their underground workshop was now filled with both Earth metals and alien materials. Heijin spent most nights testing new combinations of metals, trying to make better shields for the spaceships. But tonight was different. Crix had called an emergency meeting. The alien trader appeared in his usual blue light, but his normally calm face showed worry. We have a problem, he said. News about Earth's lead has spread through the galaxy. Large trading companies are becoming interested. Do-One felt his stomach tighten. What does that mean for us? Look at this. Crix projected a hologram showing various spaceships entering Earth's solar system. These are corporate scout ships. They're searching for ways to take control of Earth's lead trade. Heijin looked up from his work table. Can they do that? Just take over? They will try, Crix said. They have already started spreading rumors that Earth is too primitive to handle its own trade affairs. They want to force Earth to accept their control. Just then, they heard footsteps coming down the stairs. Do-One turned quickly, afraid they had been discovered. But it was only his neighbor, Ji-Soo Lee, who sometimes helped at the electronics store. Do-One. The store door was open, and I heard voices. Ji-Soo stopped at the bottom of the stairs, staring at Crix. To everyone's surprise, she didn't scream or run. Instead, she walked forward, looking at the holograms with great interest. "These are faster-than-light drive designs," she said. "I've been theorizing about something like this in my quantum physics research." Crix turned to Do-One. "You didn't mention you knew a quantum physicist." "I didn't know," Do-One said, looking at Ji-Soo with new respect. "She's always just been the quiet neighbor who helps with the store sometimes." Ji-Soo walked over to He-Jin's work table, examining the metal samples. "These alloys, they're for radiation shielding, aren't they? But you could make them much more effective by changing the atomic structure." He-Jin's eyes lit up. "Can you help us understand how?" For the next hour, Ji-Soo explained complex physics ideas in simple terms. Even Crix seemed impressed. She showed them how they could make their lead alloys work better by changing how the atoms were arranged. "This is exactly what we need," Do-One said. "Ji-Soo, would you like to join our team? We could use your knowledge." Before she could answer, one of the alien computers started beeping loudly. Crix checked it, and his face darkened. "A corporate ship has entered Earth's atmosphere. They're landing near Seoul." "What do they want?" He-Jin asked. "To investigate Earth's lead production capabilities," Crix said, "and probably to try to steal your grandfather's trading rights." Do-One. Ji-Soo looked at the group. "Well, if Earth is supposed to be too primitive to handle its own trade, maybe we should show them how wrong they are. I have some ideas for new shield designs that would revolutionize space travel." Do-One smiled. Just like his grandfather, he had found friends who could help protect Earth's interests. "Crix, what do we do about the corporate ship?" "We prepare," the alien trader said. "They will try to prove Earth isn't ready for galactic trade. You must prove them wrong." He-Jin held up one of their new metal samples. "With Ji-Soo's help, we can make something they've never seen before. Something that will show them humans aren't as primitive as they think." Do-One looked at his small team. He-Jin with his metal knowledge, Ji-Soo with her physics understanding, and Crix with his trading experience. Together, they might have a chance against the big corporations. "Then let's get to work," Do-One said. "We have a planet to protect." As they gathered around the work table, Do-One thought about his grandfather. The old man had known this day would come. That's why he had left the business to Do-One. Now it was time to prove that humans deserved the Great Hall of the Galactic Trade Council was filled with beings from 100 different worlds. Do-One stood at the center with He-Jin and Ji-Soo beside him. Behind them were their alien allies, Crix, Mira, Bren, and others who had helped gather the evidence. "Members of the council," Do-One began, his voice steady. "We have proof that Earth was wrongly isolated from galactic trade. We will show you the truth that was hidden for 300 years. Ji-Soo stepped forward with their first piece of evidence. She showed ancient documents that Do-One's grandfather had collected. The papers proved that big companies had worked together to keep Earth away from space trade. But that's not all. He-Jin added. He demonstrated their new engine design. "Look what humans could create in just a few months of fair trade. Imagine what we lost in 300 years of isolation." From the back of the hall came angry shouts. Galacticorp's leaders were there, trying to stop the presentation. But they couldn't hide the truth anymore. Mira showed records of secret meetings where companies had planned to call Earth primitive. Bren presented data showing how Earth's isolation had hurt many smaller trading worlds. Crix revealed how the companies had broken galactic laws to keep humans away from space trade. Then Ji-Soo shared her most important discovery. "Humans aren't just good with radiation," she explained. "We adapt faster than any known species. We solve problems in new ways. That's why they feared us." The council members whispered among themselves. Many looked angry about the deception. Others seemed amazed by what humans had achieved despite being held back. Earth is ready for full galactic membership, Do-1 said. We've proved it with our lid trade, our new alloy, and our engine design. We want to work with all species as equals. The head of the council stood up. She was tall and graceful, with skin that shimmered like starlight. We have seen your evidence, she said. We have also seen what humans can do. Galacticorp and others tried to hide Earth's potential, but they failed. She raised her hands for silence. From this day forward, Earth is granted full trading rights. All laws restricting human development are canceled, and those who conspired against Earth will face justice. The Galacticorp leaders tried to protest, but guards were already moving to arrest them. The council had made its decision. Cheers filled the great hall. Many traders came forward, wanting to work with Earth. Scientists asked about studying with humans. Even some council members wanted to learn more about Earth's unique abilities. Your grandfather would be proud, Crix said to Do-1 quietly. He started this journey by trading a few bars of lead. Now look what it's become. He-Jin was already talking with alien engineers about sharing their engine design. We can make space travel better for everyone, he said excitedly. No more expensive fuel, no more dangerous radiation. Jisoo had found a group of scientists who wanted to study human adaptation abilities. Think how much we can learn from each other, she told them. Humans and aliens working together to solve problems. Later that evening, Do-1 stood at a window in the council building, looking out at the stars. Earth was visible as a small blue dot in the distance. Everything would change now. Humans would finally take their place among the stars. He thought about his grandfather's old electronics store, where it had all started. One small shop that had helped change the galaxy. Now Earth would have thousands of traders, scientists, and explorers reaching out to the stars. Ready to go home? He-Jin asked, joining him at the window. We have a lot of work to do. Yes, Do-1 smiled. It's time to show everyone what humans can really do. As their ship headed back to Earth, Do-1 knew this wasn't the end of their story. It was just the beginning. Humans were finally free to reach for the stars, and no one would hold. 3 days after the corporate ship landed, strange things began happening around Seoul. Do-1's regular lead suppliers started canceling their contracts. The electronics store got unexpected visits from health inspectors. Someone even tried to break into their underground workshop at night. They're trying to shut us down, He-Jin said, looking at security camera footage of the break-in attempt. The intruders had worn black suits and carried strange devices. At least our security systems scared them away. Jisoo walked in carrying a tablet filled with calculations. It's worse than that. Look at this news report. She showed them an article about a major electronics company buying all the land around Seoul's industrial areas. They're trying to control all access to lead supplies. Do-1 was about to respond when Crix appeared without warning. The alien looked stressed. The corporate ship belongs to Galacticorp, he said. They're the largest trading company in 3 star systems. They'd filed a complaint with the Galactic Trade Council. What kind of complaint? Do-1 asked. They're saying Earth is dangerous. That humans don't understand how to handle radioactive materials safely. Crix projected a document showing false reports about lead poisoning in Seoul. But Jisoo smiled. Actually, this might be good news. I've made an interesting discovery about humans. She pulled up her research data. Humans have much better natural resistance to radiation than most alien species. It's because Earth has higher background radiation than most populated planets. He-Jin looked excited. That's why we can handle lead processing so easily. The corporate aliens need special suits just to work with it. Just then, all their computers started flashing red. Alarms went off throughout the workshop. Someone's trying to hack our systems, Do-1 said, typing quickly to stop the attack. Not just someone, Crix said, helping to block the hack. Galacticorp is trying to steal your grandfather's trading records. They want to prove he was breaking galactic law. Jisoo joined them at the computers. Her quantum physics knowledge helped her understand the alien technology better than anyone. "They're using quantum encryption breakers," she said. "But I can stop them." Her fingers flew over the keyboard. The alarms slowly went quiet. "There," she said. "I've locked them out, but they'll try again." "We need to do more than just defend," Hejin said. He walked to his work table and picked up a small piece of metal. "I finally finished it. The new alloy." Everyone gathered around to look. The metal was silvery gray with a slight blue shine. "What is it?" Do-One asked. "I combined Earth's lead with some of the alien metals Crix brought us," Hejin explained. "Then I used Jisoo's ideas about atomic structure. This alloy is 10 times better at blocking radiation than anything Galacticorp has." Crix examined the metal carefully. "This is incredible. No one has ever made anything like this. With this alloy, spaceships could travel faster and safer than ever before. But we have to patent it before Galacticorp steals it," Jisoo said. "Do-One, you still have your grandfather's connections with the Galactic Trade Council, right?" Do-One nodded. "Through Crix, yes. But will they accept a patent from Earth? We're still considered primitive." "They'll have to," Crix said. "This invention is too important to ignore. It could change space travel forever." Suddenly, the lights went out in the workshop. Emergency power came on, casting everything in red light. "They're making their move," Hejin said. "We need to protect the alloy," Jisoo added, "and all our research." Do-One looked at his friends and smiled. "No, we need to do more than that. It's time to show Galacticorp exactly how primitive we humans really are." As they prepared for Galacticorp's next move, Do-One thought about how much had changed. What started as a simple lid trading business had become a fight for Earth's future. But with his team beside him, he was ready. The underground workshop was crowded now. Crix had brought 5 other alien traders to meet Do-One's team. Each trader came from a different star system, and each had their own reasons to dislike Galacticorp. "They control too much," said Mira, a trader with silver scales covering her body. "Small trading companies can barely survive anymore. And their prices are too high," added Bren, a short, furry alien who looked almost like a walking teddy bear. "Many planets can't afford their shipping fees." Do-One listened carefully to each trader's complaints. Then he shared his plan. "We want to create an independent trading alliance," he said. "With Earth's lead supplies and our new alloy, we can compete with Galacticorp." Hejin brought out samples of their special metal for each trader to examine. "The radiation shielding is far better than anything currently available," he explained in simple terms, "and we can make it at half the cost." The traders passed the samples around, testing them with their own devices. Their eyes widened at the results. "This is remarkable," Mira said. "How did you achieve this?" Jisoo stepped forward. "It's partly because of how humans evolved," she said. "Our research shows that humans can work with radioactive materials more safely than most species. This gives us an advantage in production." "But we need your help," Do-One added. "We want to create Earth's first official Galactic Trade Commission, a legal organization that can protect Earth's trading rights." Crix nodded in agreement. "With your support, the Galactic Trade Council will have to recognize Earth's status. Galacticorp won't be able to take control." Just then, Hejin's computer started beeping. "Speaking of Galacticorp," he said, checking the screen, "they're making another move. They're spreading news that Earth's lead is contaminated." "We can fight that," said Bren, standing up. "My ships can carry test samples to every major trading port. Show everyone the truth about Earth's lead quality. And I can help set up proper trading channels," Mira added. "My family has connections throughout the galaxy." The other traders joined in, each offering their own ways to help. Do-One smiled as he watched them plan together. This was what his grandfather had wanted. Earth working as an equal with other worlds. Jisoo came up with another idea. We should invite galactic scientists to study our production methods, she said. Once they see how advanced our understanding is, they'll have to acknowledge Earth's capabilities. And I've been working on something new, Hye-jin said. He walked to his work table and uncovered a large piece of machinery. This can process lead more efficiently than any current method. It uses Earth technology combined with what we learned from alien ships. The traders gathered around the machine, amazed. This could revolutionize the whole industry, Crick said. Do-won took out his grandfather's old journal. My grandfather wrote that humans have much to offer the galaxy. He was right. We're not just selling lead anymore. We're creating new technologies, new ways of doing things. Then it's settled, Mira said. We'll form this alliance. Earth will have its trade commission, and together we'll show Galacticorp they can't control everything. They spent the rest of the day making plans. Each trader signed agreements to support Earth's new commission. They set up communication channels and trading routes. Hye-jin and Jisoo shared their technical knowledge, while the traders taught them about galactic laws and customs. As the meeting ended and the traders prepared to leave, Brin turned to Do-won. You know Galacticorp won't give up easily, he warned. They'll try to stop this. Do-won nodded. We know. But now we're not fighting alone. After the traders left, Do-won, Hye-jin, and Jisoo stood in their workshop, looking at all they had accomplished. Your grandfather would be proud, Jisoo said softly. He would be, Do-won agreed. And this is just the beginning. Earth is finally taking a... Do-won Kim stood in front of his grandfather's old electronics store in Seoul, holding a set of rusty keys. Rain fell softly on the street around him. The store had been closed for 3 weeks, ever since his grandfather's death. The sign above the door still read, Kim's Electronics, in faded letters. He put the key in the lock and turned it. The door opened with a creak. Dust floated in the air as he stepped inside. Old computers, TV parts, and circuit boards filled the shelves. Everything was exactly as his grandfather had left it. Do-won walked behind the counter, running his hand along the wooden surface. His grandfather had taught him about electronics here when he was young. But now the store belonged to him. The lawyer had given him all the paperwork yesterday. As he checked the back room, something caught his eye. The old carpet in the corner looked different. One edge was pulled up slightly. Do-won walked over and lifted the carpet. Under it was a metal trap door with a keypad. What is this? He whispered to himself. In all his years helping at the store, he had never seen this door. He tried his grandfather's birthday on the keypad. Nothing happened. Then he tried the store's opening date. Still nothing. Finally, he typed in his own birthday. The keypad lit up green, and the door clicked open. Below was a set of metal stairs leading down into darkness. Do-won found the light switch on the wall. Bright white lights came on, revealing the huge underground room. His mouth fell open in shock. The room was filled with strange machines and equipment he had never seen before. Glass containers held odd-colored metals. Computer screens showed charts and data in languages he didn't recognize. One entire wall was covered in containers of what looked like lid bars. On a desk in the center sat a leather journal. Do-won picked it up with shaking hands and opened it. Inside was his grandfather's neat handwriting. To my grandson Do-won, if you are reading this, then I am gone, and you have found my real workshop. What I am about to tell you will change everything you think you know about our world and your future. Do-won sat down and kept reading. His grandfather's words told an incredible story. 20 years ago, he had been closing the shop when a strange customer came in. The customer wasn't human. He was an alien trader who needed lead for his spaceship. Lead, it turned out, was rare in space but common on Earth. That night began a secret trading business. His grandfather became Earth's first lead dealer, supplying the valuable metal to alien ships that came in secret. The aliens paid in advanced technology and knowledge, which his grandfather used to help his family but kept hidden from the world. As Do-Won read more, he found detailed notes about alien metals, trading routes, and contact information for his grandfather's alien partners. There were star maps and coordinates for meeting points in space. Everything was organized perfectly, waiting for someone to take over the business. A soft beeping sound made him jump. One of the computer screens had lit up with a message. Weekly trade meeting scheduled. Trader Cricks awaiting confirmation. Accept or decline. Do-Won stared at the screen. His grandfather's last journal entry was clear. He wanted Do-Won to continue his work. This could be his chance to do something incredible, something that could change Earth's future. With a deep breath, Do-Won reached out and pressed accept on the screen. A new message appeared. Meeting confirmed. Coordinates sent. Prepare cargo for transport. He looked at the wall of lead bars, then back at his grandfather's journal. His normal life running an electronics store was over. A new adventure was about to begin, one that would take him far beyond the streets of Seoul. Do-Won smiled and whispered, "Thank you, grandfather. I won't let you down." He spent the rest of the day reading the journal, learning everything he could about his grandfather's secret trade. As night fell over Seoul, the underground workshop hummed with energy, ready for its new owner to begin his